Hey folks, happy Monday to you all. Tyler here, and before we get into today's video, which I have a reflection for all of you, I want to address the fact that we put out a calendar last week that goes through the end of October. This calendar features a lot of in-person events, which we are so excited to be able to really move towards again. However, we do need to keep an eye on how COVID-19 progresses, and as a result, all events are subject to change. With COVID-19 expected to strike again come November, we chose to only plan things through the end of October, and we will plan November as we get closer. The calendar can be found on our Facebook, facebook.com/CYAGD, our Twitter and Instagram, which are both at CYAGDCT, as well as our website, CYAGD.com. And I also do want to mention that we are trying to put out a video each week on Mondays on this YouTube channel, whether it be a reflection, updates, the faith formation nights, the talks that Ryan and Caitlin have been doing for their prayer and praise holy hours each month. We're going to go back to some saint videos. We have a lot of different content that we're going to try and put together. We're going to start putting stuff out every week, which we've been doing the past couple weeks, so we're very excited for that. Now, a few weeks ago, to be more specific, the weekend of August 22nd and 23rd, the gospel for that weekend was Matthew chapter 16, verses 13 through 20. And in this gospel, Jesus asked his disciples, "Who do the people say that the Son of Man is?" They replied, "John the Baptist, others Elijah, still others Jeremiah, one of the prophets." So then he turned to them and asked them, "But who do you say that I am?" Peter said in reply, "You are the Christ, the Son of the living God." Now, the last reflection I did on this channel, I talked about how quarantine was a great time to recommit yourself to God and to your faith. And now, while this isn't the same exact subject matter, my reflection today follows up further with a very important question within our faith. Who do you say that I am? Who is Jesus to you? What role does he play in your life? Father Franklin, one of the priests at St. Joseph Church in Danbury, and the priest who presided over the Mass I watched that weekend, took an interesting route during his homily that night. He spoke about a book in which the main character had a few friends, but at times they always left him for some reason or another, whether it be that their family moved, their family went on vacation, or something else. However, this little boy had a special friend who never moved away from him, who never went on vacation, who never left this little boy all alone. This special friend was always with him and shared many amazing times with him. The identity of this special friend was revealed just with the title, but within the pages of the book it was not revealed until the very last sentence. "Have you met my special friend Jesus?" The name of the book is Jesus, My Special Friend. This homily really had me thinking, who do we say that Christ is? Some of the first things that pop to mind may be Savior, God's Son, part of the Trinity. However, how many of us would call him a friend, an acquaintance? What about someone they know? In the story, the little boy's special friend, later revealed to be Jesus, never left him alone. The same is true of Jesus with each of us. However, how often do we leave Jesus? How often do we take even one step away from Jesus through our words, through our thoughts, through our actions? Ultimately, the question, "Who do you say that I am?" is not a question someone else can answer for you. This is a question that you must go into your heart and into your soul to find out. Your answer should fuel how you live your life, and push you to make your relationship better? How often have you even thought of that question? I mean, obviously we all know Christ's story. He lived thousands of years ago, so why would you think of him as even a friend? However, that's an integral part of our faith. As I said, this should fuel how you live your life. Shouldn't Christ have a greater importance in all of our lives? Shouldn't we be striving harder and harder each day to achieve a better relationship with Him? And then we take a look at the rest of the relationships in our lives. Do we have relationships where we accept treatment that we shouldn't? Relationships where we are treated in a way that Jesus would never treat us? Do we have relationships where we treat others in a way Jesus never would? As humans, we are flawed, and we are never going to be perfect. However, in our lives, we should be trying to treat our relationships with others as we would a relationship with Christ. And that's both in what we give and what we receive. Our faith is more than just going to church. It should be how we live our lives. And a focal question how we live our lives comes down to how we think of Jesus. Who do you say that I am? When we establish where we are in that regard, we can start working towards a better relationship with Him. A better relationship with all the people that we have in our lives. And we can work towards better utilizing our faith and living our lives. Thank you guys, and we'll be back next week.